I told myself I'll grab it later, and I ate it. Not once. It kept happening. First time, I stood at the counter, stared at the pistol, did that fake adult thing. I don't need it right now. Walked out proud of myself. 2 weeks later, the slot sat empty. Same clerk, same shrug. Price jumped. Stock went ghost. I sat in my truck, refreshing listings like a damn addict, telling myself I didn't care while my stomach stayed tight. So I got smarter, right? No. I did it again with a different gun. Then again. Different brands, same pattern. I waited, the market moved, and I paid the tax for being patient. And the worst one? I didn't even realize what I'd missed until months later, when I finally tried to buy it and found out the easy version was gone. Replaced. New model. New price. New problems. This list isn't best. It's buy now or choke on it later. That quiet afternoon at the shop, that's where the CZ Shadow 2 Compact ruins people. Guy walked in, normal clothes, no expert routine. He just said it clean. Shadow 2 Compact. Dealer set it on the glass like it was a loaf of bread. Weight check. His face tightened. Thumb on the frame. It stuck there. Then he pressed the trigger and did that little guilty half smile people try to hide when a gun feels too right. He grabbed 2 polymer compacts beside it. Cheaper, lighter, easy to justify. He even said the dumb line out loud, "This makes more sense." Except it didn't. His hand kept drifting back to the CZ like it had a magnet in it. Dealer didn't pitch him. Dealer just gave him the hard reality. These come in waves. When they're here, they're here. Then it gets weird. The guy did the classic stall. Friday. I'll check prices. Friday came. Same slot, empty. Sold the next morning, the dealer said. Then the part that actually matters. And the next batch? Hard to say. That's buy now. Not because it's desirable. Because the window stays small and the price ratchet stays one way. He missed that one. Now he shopped used at New Gun Money. And every close enough option felt like he was lying to himself. Group chat went dead. That never happened. 5 grown men, couple nights after Christmas, acting like we're done buying pistols while we send screenshots like addicts. Somebody drops a Ruger RXM link in the chat like it's a joke. No caption, just the gun. Usually that sets off a riot. Metal frame, everybody's a lawyer. Micro 9, everybody's a doctor. This one just sat there. Silence. Like a bad diagnosis. Then one guy finally types, "Wait, that might actually be the smart one." That's when it turns. Not hype talk, not flex talk. Cold, ugly ownership math. Holsters, mags, optic plates, spare parts. Do I end up trapped in some weird expensive ecosystem? Do I hate this thing in 6 months? Screenshots start flying again, but now it's pricing and stock alerts instead of memes. And right in the middle of it, the same guy who posted it as a joke drops a second screenshot. Same listing, different number, higher than another, out of stock. Then, the most annoying message a man can type, "Yeah, I should have just bought it." Nobody jokes after that. The chat goes quiet again, but it's a different quiet. It's regret quiet. And what came after that? A pistol that didn't rise slow. It hit like a light switch. One day it's everywhere. Next day, it's gone off your belt. Last month, I drove out to a big box store outside San Antonio because I was running low on 9mm, and I wanted in and out before the weekend crowd. Sig P365, xmacro, road appendix, like it belonged there. Flat, 17+1. Disappears under a t-shirt, easy to live with. Ammo counter turned weird fast. 2 guys. One kept glancing at me like he was checking timing. The other drifted into the aisle like he owned the space. My gut cinched up, and my mouth went dry. I backed toward the end cap, cart between us, and my hand dropped to the macro without asking permission. One of them walked straight at me. I drew low and tight, close to my ribs. It popped up where I needed it. He stopped cold. Both of them backed off and vanished down the aisle like they'd suddenly remembered they left the stove on. I didn't feel tough walking out. My hand still shook on the steering wheel. At that moment, it made me want a second xmacro and a pile of mags. Backup gun, spare mags, same setup. So I started looking, and it was the same story everywhere. Empty pegs, maybe next shipment, Used prices pretending they're new. Mags gone the second they hit the shelf. I waited on one once. I didn't do it again. What came after that wasn't a scare at all. It was a quiet, everyday problem that turned into a public mistake. My buddy goes, "Dude, your shirt, quiet, not loud." That was worse. Hellcat Pro rode on me because it usually disappeared. That day, I bent for the bottom shelf, and my cover garment rode up just enough to make the air change. Not a scene, just a pause, a side-eye that lasted too long, that stupid little moment where you realize you just got clocked. I did the fake normal thing, half laugh, hand adjusting my shirt like I wasn't rattled. Then I spent the next 20 minutes moving like a rookie, elbows pinned, shoulders tight, tugging fabric, checking reflections like a paranoid idiot. Got home and dumped everything on the bed. Belt, holster, shirts. I started fixing it like a madman. Different ride height, different clip, different angle. Then I did the part nobody admits. I tried to buy my way out of it. Second holster, extra mags, a specific plate. The, okay, I'm doing this right pile. And that's when the friction hit. One site had the holster in stock, but not the mags. Another had mags, but wanted stupid money. The plate was 2 weeks, then back order. Then the shipping date turned into a shrug. So the Hellcat Pro wasn't just comfort. It was the first time I stopped playing mix and match roulette and tried to lock down a setup before the window got annoying. And the last pistol, that one punishes you differently. You try to replace it, and you find out you just downgraded your whole life. Last month I opened that drawer and it pissed me off like it was mocking me. Mags for guns I don't carry, holsters still stiff, optic plates, back straps, little bags of parts, receipts folded like evidence. Every item in there was a promise I believed when I wanted to be clever. Slimmer than a Glock 19. Shoots better. Better trigger. More personality. Glock killer. Yeah, sure. So I did the one thing I kept avoiding. I said, fine, I'm buying another Glock 19 Gen 5. Clean. Simple. Ended. That's where the buy now or regret later part kicked my teeth in. I walked into the shop thinking it was the easiest purchase on earth. It's a Glock. They're everywhere. Used tray, empty, new, not gone, just priced. Like everybody finally agreed it's the baseline and stopped discounting it. The guy behind the counter didn't upsell me. He hit me with the shrug. They don't sit anymore. And standing there, I realized the real FOMO isn't the gun disappearing. It's you wasting money chasing replacements until the boring answer costs more and you still end up buying it anyway. That drawer didn't feel like options. It felt like penalties. I bought the 19. I still stared at that drawer when I got home. Didn't feel like a win, felt like catching up. About 6 months ago, I stumbled on the Power K100, and it quietly became one of my favorites. That rotating barrel system, the smooth double/single action, and how it just runs perfectly with every ammo type I've fed it. It feels like a gun made for serious shooters, not for show. I was out alone near Johnson City last week, hiking some rough lease land with it in a chest rig. Late afternoon, I found a fresh illegal campsite. While checking it, branches snapped behind me. I drew the K100 fast. The gun came up balanced, trigger crisp, even with sweaty, dirty hands. The guy froze, then ran hard through the brush. It performed perfectly, like always. But walking back to the truck, I felt that nagging worry. These K100s are still under the radar in the US Grand Power, doesn't market them aggressively, and once more people discover how good they really are, they're going to dry up fast. Finding a clean one with a good trigger will get expensive or impossible in 2026. I almost slept on this pistol. Don't make that mistake. If you want a sleeper gun that punches way above its price and availability, buy the K100 now, because when the rush hits, these will be the ones people regret missing. That's the whole game. You don't buy now or regret later. Only works if the pressure is real. Not hype. Real stuff. Prices creeping, models getting swapped, parts drying up, and shops quietly stopping the phone calls. If somebody calls one of these boring, good. Boring sells out first because boring works and nobody brags about it until they can't get it anymore. Drop what's drying up where you live, what jumped in price, what disappeared overnight, what your shop keeps saying, next shipment, about like it's a joke. I'm Steve, and I still don't like how fast this window slams shut. Wait, because the next regret never shows up loud. It shows up after you wait.